So I was driving by and I saw a sign saying waterfall. So I just pulled over unexpectedly. And now we're walking through the forest trying to find this waterfall. Interestingly enough, apparently it's rainy season in Koh Phangan, but the last waterfall I was at, it didn't have any water. So they said it's like 100 meters. So it should only take like about 5 minutes, I'm guessing, right? So I wanted to make this quick video. I'm trying to document as much as possible and take you guys on the journey of what it's like to experience Thailand raw and unfiltered. So I'm not gonna like Koh Phangan. Now, I'm not sure if they're taking water from the waterfall or if they're providing water to the waterfall. Okay, let's see if it has any. Yeah, Koh Phangan. The south beaches, at least on the west side, are not that enjoyable. But the beaches in the north, they're definitely worth visiting and checking out. Look at this. There's nobody here. Oh no, we found some people. We found a few people. And it happens to have a little bit of water. Not much though. Not much at all. Let's see if we can go. If maybe there's a viewpoint we can check out. Hi. Hi. Yeah, it's not really impressive. Isn't it ironic? You come to Thailand during rainy season and then there's no rain, so therefore there's no waterfalls. Still, I like exploring shit like this when I don't know what to expect. Look at someone. Taking a swim. Yeah, it's good fun. Yeah. One thing you need to start doing as well, if you want to grow a personal brand, is you want to start documenting as much as possible. Like, even if you're not speaking on camera, if you're traveling, take 7-second videos of you traveling in the airport. It's called B-roll, yeah? And just fill up your phone with a lot of footage, B-roll footage of you doing random stuff. Ideally, you want to be in the videos, but you don't have to be. And once you get like a couple hundred of those 7-second clips, then you can start posting viral trends with text on screen. And if you want help to learn to go viral, let me know. Send me the keyword brand. We'll hop on a call. I'm looking to coach about 5 people to grow their personal brand from 0 to 10,000 followers. So if that sounds like you, send me the keyword brand, and we'll lock in those 3 months. Yeah, and then you just copy the viral trends. You get some traction. You get the algorithm warmed up to your content. And I feel like a lot of people get stuck trying to pick a niche. And picking a niche is one of those things where you definitely want to pick something you're interested in, because you're going to have to be creating content about it for a very, very long time. So it makes sense that you pick something that you can actually enjoy, or something you're curious about, right? That's like the bare minimum. You need to be at least curious about the topic. Ideally, you want to be passionate about it, because then it doesn't feel like work, right? And you actually keep going. So it's sustainable. Look at how many hoses you got here. Yeah, they probably steal the water when it's rainy season. Let's go down here and see what's... Now, the thing about... I've pretty much only solo traveled, because it's hard to find people to fucking travel with. And then the people who you end up traveling with from time to time, It always seems to be inconvenient, to be honest, because you know, then they don't want to go where you want to go, and it's a headache, you know. So give me a second. I really do not want to fall. Let's just peek what's there. Yeah, I don't think it's really worth it. Let's go. Yeah. But if you want to travel with people, just make sure that they want to do this kind of shit if you're interested in this kind of shit. I know people who come to Thailand and they don't even rent a scooter. I just don't get it. Like, I would speak to people, family, and I would say, hey, would you rent a bike if you were ever to come to Thailand? By the way, none of my family has ever been to Thailand. None of my immediate family. I think my extended family has been, but I don't talk to them or anything. So then I speak to my family and say, would you rent a bike? And they're like, no. Yeah, it's a totally different experience when you rent a scooter in Thailand. Like, just the freedom. You know, like when you're a kid. When I was a kid, I got these shoes. What do you call them? With the wheel, you know. So we'd skate. You know, we had a wheel on each shoe. And once I got those shoes, bro, I felt so free. I don't know what it was. Sort of like when you get your license for the first time and you can drive. You feel so free, bro. You can pick up and you can decide. It's autonomy. You're autonomous. You can pick up and go wherever you want, whenever you want. There's no other feeling like that. So the people who do visit Thailand and they don't rent a scooter, you just wasted your entire trip, in my opinion. No, not really. I mean, you can still have a good, that's an exaggeration, but that's another thing with me. I like to exaggerate because life's boring if there's no drama, right? I like to teasing, exaggerating. Like, Thailand is enjoyable either way, yeah? But with a scooter, it's just on another level. It's like freedom on steroids. So back in the day when I used to travel to places, I just started filming so much 7-second videos. In fact, I completely gave up on pictures. Like, I used to look at my gallery and I couldn't find pictures because I never used to take pictures. Everything was video. And I think especially after TikTok, I was like, nah, everything is video. Everything is gonna go video. Fuck the pictures. And then I grew my TikTok to like 10,000 followers. Then I got banned on TikTok for swearing. TikTok, if you're listening, I don't like you, TikTok. And then, yeah, that's when I switched to Instagram. I never liked Instagram. Instagram, I always thought was for women. Pictures and, you know, looking aesthetic and shit. So I was resisting starting on Instagram, but then I realized, they've got the highlights, which is good because my logic was, why am I going to post on Instagram when after 10 posts what I just posted is gone, because no one's going to scroll down your feed to see what you posted last month. So it kind of defeats the whole purpose, right? But with the highlights, I could pin my stuff. So I was like, I need to pin my stuff so that people can quickly check me out. And so I fell in love with Instagram and then started to learn how to post on it. how to contextualize my content for the platform so it's native to the platform. And then, bro, like after 7 years, like you just learn about, and it's not something you need to go to school and study for, bro. Like I meet so many people, and check this out. And they go to university to get a so-called marketing degree, and then I meet them in person. They're clueless when it comes to modern day marketing. They're clueless, bro. They sound all fancy with like sophisticated terminology. Bro, zero clue. I don't know what the fuck that degree was for. But sure enough, I guess because that generation, the people who hire you for corporate jobs, they want you to have a traditional degree in marketing, even though it's fucking worthless. It's worthless. What the fuck? Truly. So yeah, bro, you can just learn by doing. You know? Man, this is like a Indiana Jones type feeling right now. Yeah, I kind of like doing these videos a lot now, because I can just talk while I'm experiencing the adventure, huh? I will say this though, there are upsides and downsides to solo traveling, and I feel like you need to experience both. I have mainly experienced solo traveling, and it does get lonely sometimes. But the upside is then it forces you to put yourself out there and socialize and meet people and make friends. And then that's when the beautiful memories happen. And yeah, I love those. I love putting myself out there and meeting new people, and then you get desensitized, because not everybody is gonna, you're not gonna vibe with everybody, right? And I don't want to say you get rejected, but then you just realize very quickly that some people, you're just not compatible with some characters, which is fine, because I'm not everybody's cup of tea, not everybody's my cup of tea. But it is a very character building experience if you could go traveling, especially in your 20s. So that way, you sort of set the stage in your 30s. That's what I'm planning to do. I'm planning to get as much shit done as possible, in order so that once I hit my 30s, I like what Robert Greene says. He's the guy who wrote the book The 48 Laws of Power and The Art of Seduction. A couple other books as well. He said, you want to experiment in your 20s as much as possible. You want to sort of like, in order to figure out what your favorite food is, you can't try one food. You need to try as many different foods as possible. And the same thing goes. It's like, I used to be asked when I was like in my early 20s from family members, hey, what do you want to do when you grow up? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't think anybody knows what they want to do for the rest of their freaking life when they're fucking 21. Did you know? And they're just as clueless as me. And they're fucking... So, then I used to listen to people who I'd look up to. And they used to say, no, most people live life in reverse. They take zero risk in their 20s. And then as they grow old, then they start taking risks. That's living life in reverse. You're supposed to take as much risk as possible, as quickly as possible. Like, if there was a period in your life where you should take risks, and I think any sensible person would agree that the younger you are, the easier and better it is for you to start taking risks. Calculated risks, obviously. So you want to start doing that, so by the time you hit your 30s, you've done enough, you've tried enough different cuisines to figure, my favorite food is Mexican food. This is what I want to do. You mightn't have all the pieces perfectly put together by the time you hit 30, but at least you have some direction where your trajectory is going to lead you in more or less the direction you want to go in. So like, even if you're a bit off course and you're not quite north, you're heading to your North Star because you don't know what that is yet, because you haven't tried enough shit. You're still heading a bit more or less in that direction, so you can always course correct later down the line. But people who never try shit, people who never experiment, travel, put themselves in different situations to see what kind of person they are, to learn more about themselves. It's all about self-awareness. I used to hear Gary Vee talk about this a lot. He used to say, yeah, it's self-awareness, self-awareness. I used to be like, yeah, what do you mean self-awareness? How is that applicable? Like, well, what the fuck can I do with that information? But it is self-awareness in terms of knowing what you want to do, what you should do, what your strengths are, where you can make the greatest contribution, where you can make the greatest impact. And if you want a good quick book to read, takes you like maybe an hour. Read the book Managing Oneself by, I think it's Peter Drucker. Yeah, it's a good book, good book. Yeah. So try a whole bunch of things in your 20s. And listen to a few of this guy's podcast, Robert Greene. Yeah, definitely. And then speak to old people, bro, and see what they regret. And you'll see, go online, go on YouTube, type in what do old people regret, and you'll see they regret not traveling. Because when you're retired, you're fucking old, you can't do shit. Like imagine being young, fearless and free, fit, okay? And now I'm doing this kind of shit. But imagine being 65, trying to hike up a mountain to see a waterfall. Like, you just can't experience the same things at that age, so just keep that in mind. Anyway, I think I'm gonna head back because I still have to visit a viewpoint. Man, this is so peaceful. Eh? Yeah. Man, traveling. Anyway, I'll talk to you soon.